top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. Shalom, family, peace, 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 kings and goddesses. I hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Morning going good, on your way to work or anything. You might be on your lunch break, your first break, your 15-minute break, however it is this morning. I'm here to bring you the 7 signs you're going through a spiritual awakening. And depending on what frequency you're actually on, you can have up to 2 or 3 spiritual awakenings in a lifetime. Yes, 2 or 3 spiritual awakenings. Now, the first one is the most scariest. I'm not gonna lie, because you're brand new to this. Most of the time, you're by yourself going through this weird Twilight Zone kind of times in your life. But I promise, the best thing about it is you're gonna get through it. You're gonna get through it with flying colors. You're gonna have a brand new mindset on the world. It's gonna make you change yourself for the better. So number 1, the first sign is you are introduced to something or someone that makes you change your way of thinking on a specific topic. It can be multiple topics within a conversation, or it can be just one specific thing that makes you look at something totally different and be like, I never looked at it like that. You may have been on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, one of those pages where you're scrolling on through the videos, just going through, and for some reason, the specific video made you stop and watch the entire thing all the way through. Or it could be that someone, meaning you finally hung out with that spiritual friend, that one spiritual friend that you always thought was a little weird. Could have been someone that came into your life that was new, someone that you just met, at the moment. And it's like, wow, they are like a breath of fresh air. Now, all those things made you change your mind in some way, shape, or form. Could have been anything, but those are just examples I'm giving you. But all of that has added up to what's next. This is where things get crazy. You begin to question everything. You begin to question the world around you. Every single thing. And I mean, for me personally, I question every little thing. Like every single time. When I remember specifically, it was me and my cousins. We were going in the store to get some beers and stuff. So we're going in there, we're getting some beers, and then the guy is like, "I need to see his ID, or I can't sell you the beers because I don't know if he's underage or not." I'm like, "Wait, what?" Mind you, I had my daughter with me. You get what I'm saying? Who was like 3 at the time. So I'm like, "Do you need her ID?" He's like, "Why would I need her ID?" I don't know, the same reason you might need his ID. Like, why are you not questioning her? Why? Like, I don't get what's going on. We went through this whole drawn out long process of I'm right and you're wrong, and then I finally had to look up the rules and his policies. I went through everything. They called the police, and I waited for the police. It just was a whole big thing. But in a nutshell, you begin to question everything, like everything. Why? Number 3. You begin this hyper awareness of everything that's going on around you. You become aware of every single person in your boundary, like within your circumference. You get what I'm saying? You begin to understand that maybe this is the matrix I'm living in, and that term is going to come around frequently, and it's going to make you question everything. Well, I noticed this one thing. What about this? You begin to start becoming disengaged with the friends and family around you. Their conversations no longer feel worth having at that moment. Nothing. You don't want to just talk about anything. You don't want to just talk about the weather unless it's the specifics of the weather, like what's going on. How are we predicting the weather? Why do movies align with, the future to come sometimes? Why are the Simpsons always right about something? You get what I'm saying? You start to question everything. You look at everything in a different sense. Everything is becoming, you're just aware to everything, like what's going on really to the world around me. Isolation is going to be a big thing while you're having your spiritual awakening. This is the time you take to reflect. You take the time to look at self, look at all the problems that you're having, all the quote-unquote demons that you may be facing in your life that you don't speak about to people. Those are the demons you have to confront. You have to head towards the dark. You have to be balanced out in every way, shape, and form in order to keep ascending and get the answers that you truthfully seek. You also start looking for a higher sense of self, meaning you might be, if you're religious, you're looking for, you're becoming closer with your higher power, the Most High. If you're spiritual, you start doing the shadow work, meaning you start doing a lot of meditation, a lot of getting back in, and this is speaking spiritually and religiously. You start getting back into nature. Long walks become a part of the schedule regularly, making sure you get outside and get that sun. All the things that kind of took you away from where we were as a race, as a human race, when time first began. Closer to nature, closer and quiet within self. Number 5, you begin searching for self. Here's the time where you start trying to figure out what it is that you actually like to do again, now that you found this new sense of self. Do I still feel the need to smoke? Do I feel the need to quit? Does scrolling fit my new lifestyle, or does it not anymore? Is that something I want to do, micro scroll all day? Or do I want to go do something productive that'll help me out for the day, for tomorrow, something in the future? Am I thinking now for later? In a way, it's just more so what is going to make me feel more normal, like I did before with these new glasses that I wear. Because once you put the glasses on, like Dick Gregory said, once you put the glasses on of the way the new world works, you can't take them off. You cannot take them off. So now you're paying attention to everything. You're super aware. Your hyper awareness is at an all-time peak. You know what I mean? Religiously, they'll call it discernment. Your discernment is just at an all-time high. You know, you got to find that sense of self that still kind of makes you feel tapped in with you, like you aren't living in a matrix. Number 6, blooming. Now you're at a point where you're like, wow, I've gained so much knowledge in a short amount, of time. I've went down hundreds of rabbit holes. I've even asked people in my family, do they want to wake up? Do they want any of this knowledge that I have? I can prove everything. We live in a fishbowl. It's like there's a bunch of stuff going on. No, do you guys want to hear? What do I do with this knowledge? I got so much information. What do I do? What do I do? You begin to wake people up is what you do. Everybody you feel needs to be woke, you are giving information to. No question about it. Finally, after multiple attempts of trying to wake people up, trying to show them what's real, what's not, you begin to not care anymore. You fall in the sense of, you know what, you guys don't care, so why should I? You have all this knowledge. You've isolated yourself away from people who don't want to be on the same kind of frequency that you are on in a way. Which leads us to number 7. Purpose is number 7. That's what it leads us to. After all of going through months of torture, of questioning life, it leads you to number 7, which is, what is my purpose? With all the new information you have, everything that you found out, all the information that you've gained, the souls that you've tried to save, what do you do with this knowledge? What you do is you take another isolation period of time, but this time with the knowledge you have, and to also understand is, I'm not the old me anymore. Who do I want to be? In what way can I help the earth grow in every way, shape, and form? How can I allow people this sense of freedom that I feel? How can I help people get to that now? So here we are. Now you have a new assignment. On the road to figure out your purpose, our purpose, his purpose, their purpose. We're on the road to figure out purpose. And that road is a long road. It'll be way longer than just waking up and questioning life. So I think that's the ultimate goal for us after we have our spiritual awakening, is to figure out what our purpose was. What did we find makes us happy in that process? What brought a sense of purpose to my life? Okay, that was 7 signs that you're having a spiritual awakening, guys. Hope that you guys have a great, fantastic day. And follow, like, and share, comment, and let me know if you could align with anything that I just said. Peace, family.